Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is 0, 4.5 HW1 solving equations radicals. And our first one here, we have x squared equals 81. That's problem number 1 on your homework worksheet. Now our goal is to find out what the value of x is. So how do we go about doing that? Well, to get rid of the squared, the inverse operation is square root. So x squared, when you take the square root of it, you're going to get x. Now when you take the square root of both sides, you're going to get a plus minus with the number here. This is the square root of 81. And that square root of 81 is plus minus 9. Because you could get a positive 9. 9 times 9 gets you 81. Also, negative 9 times negative 9 gets you a positive 81. So that's why I have to write the plus and the minus. Those are our two answers for x. Next, we'll do problem number 5. Alright, this next problem here, we have x squared plus 20 equals 29. Our goal is to get x all by itself again. So we use our inverse operation skills that we've been using for the past couple days. We subtract 20 from both sides. We get x squared equals, well, 29 minus 20 gets you 9. Then you take the square root to both sides, because that's the opposite of square. So the x equals plus minus, well, this is the square root of 9. So the square root of 9 is 3. So x equals plus or minus 3. And that's our answer for number 5. Alright, next up is problem number 6. We have 4x squared equals 256. Our goal still is to solve for x, get x all by itself. Now notice this is 4 times x squared. So we use our inverse operation of divide by 4. Both sides, so we get x squared equals, well, 256 divided by 4 is 64. Take the square root, both sides. So you get x equals plus or minus the square root of 64, which is x equals plus or minus 8, because the square root of 64 is 8. That's the answer number 6. Next we'll do problem 7. Alright, here's problem number 7. We have x squared plus 32 equals 113. Our goal is to get x all by itself. So we use our inverse operation, subtract 32 from both sides. We get x squared equals, well, 113 minus 32 gets us 81. We take the square root to both sides, and we get x equals plus minus the square root of 81, which is 9. So x equals plus minus 9. That's our answer in number 7. Next up is problem number 9. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here's problem number 9. 3x squared minus 10 equals 353. So what we got to first do is add 10 to both sides. So we have 3x squared equals 363. Now this is 3 times x squared, so we got to divide by 3. So we have x squared equals, well, 363 divided by 3 gets us 121. Take the square root, both sides. You're going to get x equals plus or minus, well, the square root of 121 is 11. So x equals plus minus 11. And that's the answer in number 9. Now remember, if you're having trouble with the homework, come to extra help. Or ask a couple questions during class. Alright, make sure you complete the whole rest of the Google form, fill out all the other answers. If you're having trouble with one, try to match that problem with one of the problems that we did here tonight with the one that's on the camera, and that'll help work you through the problem, okay? Alright, have a good night.